Hello everyone, today I'm starting my video off standing in the middle of a road. You can see I am right in the middle. Anyway, I don't want to bring you a road today, but this road is actually quite a significant road. Petkasem Road, also known as Highway 4, is the main road running through Hua Hin, and I'm bringing you another Hua Hin Night Market today. In fact, I'm bringing you two today. I'm going to start off and I'm going to show you this night market, Patio Oldtown, Hua Hin, because it is quite a cool night market. It's small, it's kind of off the beaten track a little bit, and it's a very art and vintage style market. And right next door to it, joining onto it, is Chatsila market. So I'm going to bring you the two markets. And in fact, right next door to it is Hua Hin Night Market, which I'm going to bring you a whole video on completely separately. So effectively, we've got three markets together. I'm going to bring you two here and then kind of leave you with an intro to the third. Anyway, now I need to get across this road. The traffic is coming to a halt, so I'm going to try my luck getting across the road. Anyway, I'm across, and right here you can see I'm underneath Patio Oldtown, and we can see it here in time. We can see the entrance. We can see the sign here for Patio Oldtown. Food, live music, shopping, gallery, workshop and art. I'm going to show you all that. And it connects to Hua Hin Night Market, as I also mentioned before. Anyway, when you walk in, you've got this real, kind of like a tunnel almost that you go through with the townhouse style buildings really high on either side. And you've got all this artwork on the walls as well. And this is usually really popular with people taking photos, but I've caught a gap here and we can see the traditional Hua Hin sign. And this is why you come to Hua Hin, to lie on the beach, or at least foreigners do. Thais don't lie on the beach. We've got a banana boat here. I'm not even sure what is going on there. So I'm going to take you in this market. I'm going to show you around. I'm going to show you the vendors, and here we've got grilled northeastern sausages on one side, and on this side we've got cow soy, which is a northern food that I absolutely love. It comes with chicken, it comes with these noodles, it comes with these dry noodles, and then you can put all these toppings on top. You can see it actually here. So I'm going to whiz you around, show you what the vendors are doing, show you the centre bit where they've got entertainment. And then this is a historic complex. So I'm going to take you up and show you the upper deck where you can walk around and look at the history of Hua Hin, look at the art, and explain a little bit about how this place came into being. I'm just going to pull back and show you this entranceway because that is cool. And I almost forgot actually, over the top we've got all these lights, all these streamers, and these lanterns as well. Anyway, before I get sidetracked by the food, and that is looking pretty inviting, we need to crack around and have a look what's going on. And here we've got Mr. Moo, which is the perfect name because he is selling Thai grilled pork. And Moo is pork in Thai. And you can see he's grilling it here, and he's got a massive pipe sending the smoke into the sky. It looks like conclave for a new pope. But they've just got a new pope, so I hope they don't have another one too quickly. Then next door, we've got Oyster Station, and oysters are super popular with Thai people, and you can see them all here in the shelves. And then finally on the end here, we've got grilled fish with salt. This is also a really popular set. They grill these fish on spikes over charcoals. You can see the wires there, and then you get it with a set of vegetables, noodles, sauces, and in fact we can see it all here in this picture. Let me just zoom in a bit. You can see the fish, which is coated in salt. We've got two sauces, we've got all these vegetables and the noodles down there, and that is 250 baht. So right from the grilled fish, let's take you across here and look at that sophisticated motors and wires, and that is rotating chicken over charcoal, and this will come with rice for sure. And then we're hardly in the market, and we have the somtam cellar. And you can see, although we've got spicy a little bit out of sync here, this is going to be the most popular stall in the market with Thai people tonight. On the end, we've got Indian food, and with Hua Hin being super popular with Malaysian people and being on the way to Malaysia, Indian food is always going to be popular. Then we've got an ice cream cellar. That is also going to be popular. Here we've got jacket potato, which is getting really popular now in Thai markets. And you can see we can get either baked bacon and cheese, baked corn and cheese, and baked spinach. You've got three choices, and here they are ready to go. And she's also doing toast as well. 49 baht for the toast, 89 baht for the jacket potato. We've really got all the favorites along here. We've done the ice cream, we've done the jacket potato, and here we have the pizza shop. And the size of that pizza here, that is pretty huge. One slice of that for 100 baht, so 400 baht for the whole pizza. And that is a pretty big pizza. We can actually look what they're doing here, and it's all the usual favorites. I'm not going to go right through them, and extra toppings if you want. And the guy is rolling the pizza right here. And here we have them all down here as well. So I'm going to take a break from showing you the food. I'm going to keep away from the live music and show you the gallery workshop upstairs and tell you a little bit about this place. But first of all, let's walk up these wooden steps. I can see here, welcome to the gallery. Now this top floor, there isn't actually a lot going on up here, to be honest. There's a couple of rooms that decorated out. Hello, and you can see we got people here looking pretty happy, and this is an old style room from many years ago. Here we've got Hua Hin in the old days. We've got Elvis here on the wall, a gramophone, and here again the train station in black and white from many years ago. Old lanterns and a lot more old pictures, and a sewing machine. Man, this is going right back. In fact, we've got a guitar case, we've got an old radio, and here's one of the piers. And also picture the royals, because this is a royal town. But you can see from the balcony here, we get a really good view looking down. So it's nice to get a view. And then if we walk along, this is just nice for taking photos and chilling and hanging out. So the idea along here is to create like little art galleries and show the history of Hua Hin. So we saw the old room over there. Now in this room, we've got an exhibition, and this looks like an exhibition of film posters that have been painted up. So it's kind of bringing the movies, bringing the film world all together. Let's carry on a little bit. And here we've got one that is full of photos showing Hua Hin in the old days. Some pretty nice pictures here. The old days and also new views. And in fact, that is Bangkok. So we're spreading right away. And you can see all these pictures. Pretty cool. And we've got a Bangkok bus there and a load of students. So we're mixing it all in. Anyway, this deck up here, these old wooden buildings, and we can look down here and see the toilets. I should mention them while we're here. 5 baht a shot. Right, we've got one more room before I tell you about this. So now I'm going to show you the fisherman's room. And this is very interesting because we've got pictures from fishing all over the walls and all on these easels. But I just want to show you and explain a little bit about it, because this room is all about the life of Thai fishermen through the camera of Virapol Kraitong. 17 years working and living with his crew on a wooden fishing boat. And he loved taking photos, so he captured it all and he conveys their lives together on the boat. So all the pictures are sailing and working through film camera, which makes these pictures very unique. So it's a story of fishermen told by the fisherman himself. Every angle of their lives on the boat, working, resting, eating, fixing gear, shopping for food, or even waiting for something to happen. So all these pictures have a story, and they're all real, and they all capture one man's life on his fishing boat. It's absolutely amazing, and that really, for me, brings this whole room into context completely. And before we finish, these are all fish that swim in the seas around Thailand, and that is a lot. And then if we look over at the other end, we've got more sea life that lives in the sea around Thailand. And again, that is a lot. So the fisherman's room, it really has a story about it. So we'll leave the fisherman's room behind. And what I wanted to explain was, these wooden houses were built about 75 years ago or more as holiday homes for government employees. So government workers could come, they could come on holiday to Hua Hin, chill out at the beach. But then Hua Hin grew up, it became developed, all the hotels arrived, and this place shut and it fell into disrepair. But it's still here, and it's bang in the middle of Hua Hin town. So a few years ago, someone had the idea to renovate all these up, create something that fitted into the DNA of Hua Hin, create something that fits into the art, the night market culture, and create this. And they have done a superb job. It is really nice, really relaxing. And also what I always say in my videos, and what you always want to know nowadays, is it's super Instagrammable as well. And then right on the end, we have a couple of empty rooms. And these actually give us a bit of a snapshot also of what life was like before aircon. But I mean, man, look at that view. That is such a nice view looking out over to the night market. So we got to the end of this long veranda and we head back down the steps. And I apologize, I need to look down and make sure I don't trip over because these are pretty steep and unforgiving. So I showed you all the food. I showed you in the middle of the food court where the entertainment is, but on this side, we've got the whole art vibe. We've actually got a second part up here we're going to get to in a minute. We need to look at this side and finish that first. And you can see here all the artwork, and you can see it's actually done art on shoes as well. And you can actually see here a Fiat 600 in Bangkok that is super famous. I brought you some content on that before, but not today. And then look around, you can see the Patio Oldtown sign entrance here, and you can see a lot of Thai traditional clothes and cloths. And here we've got souvenir globes and then more kind of traditional clothes. So there's kind of the whole art, souvenirs, t-shirts for sale, 100 baht, Hua Hin with the sign, the palm trees. In fact, we've got a palm tree here with lighting. Then we've got toys on the end here. And then we go right up to this food court. And you can see this is not a big food court, but it's nice and it's clean. And we've got live music in the middle as well. So we're going to keep right away from that. So we've looked at all the food vendors on that side. We've looked at that top deck and we've looked at all the clothing on that side. So we carry on walking around and here we've got a sushi seller. You buy individual pieces, 15 baht to 20 baht a shot, and make your own setup. Then you've got a burger seller. And then a lot of Thai food here that I'm not going to go through. And we can actually see a few finished, ready to go. We've got a roti seller. And in this town, which is kind of the nearest you're going to get to Malaysia. Well, not really near, but kind of halfway to Malaysia. You're going to get a lot of roti. Then we've got a pad Thai seller here. Ice cream seller here. And if we squeeze past these people, spring rolls. Here we've got German sausage. You get a lot of German tourists and expats in Hua Hin, so that is to be expected. And then here we've got seafood boil. I brought you a whole video on this, so if you want to see that, just check down the description. I'll throw it in there. But you can see here you get a big bucket full of seafood and it goes from 199 to 750 for 4 or 5 people. Then you've got an orange juice seller. That is pretty self-explanatory. And here we've got cow soy. So also mention this market is dog friendly, which is very useful for me. Anyway, on one side, we've got all the food. On the other side, we've kind of got all the accessories, all the souvenirs and all the art. And down the middle here, we've got the food court. I want to say that before the band fired up, but the band are already firing up again. So we're going to leave Patio Oldtown and we're going to hit the second half of this video, the second half of this market. In fact, here we've got Patio Oldtown welcome if you're coming in from this way. And this way takes you through to the second market I'm going to show you. And this is Chatsila. This is a night market. It's covered, it's permanent. And like the Old Town market, it's here every day of the week. And this is also art and craft space. In fact, there's no food in here. And when we get to the other end, we go into Hua Hin Night Market, which I'll take to show you in a minute. But first of all, we'll have a look around and you can see it is what you would expect when you come on holiday. Key rings here, bags, leather bags, all sorts of leather goods. And then we've got scarves, 100 baht a shot, all different styles of scarves. And you can see all different things going on. We've got toys here. And on this side, we've got kind of all things that smell good. And we've got more here as well. Then we've got wooden watches, and this whole shop is all wood themed. We've got jewelry, we've got placemats, wicker baskets. You can see here more jewelry, all the style that you expect when you're on holiday. All these little booths selling stuff for tourists. And here we've got hats, trilby hats, socks. Here we've got caps, we've got football shirts, we've got Crocs, more Crocs, super popular in Thailand. And we can see a sign here, Chatsila Market, although it has really been amalgamated into the other one. And then they've got a little bit of seating here. And then Hua Hin is a train city. Its station is its center point. There's no surprise to find this rather cute little steel train, if I can call it that, in the colours of the old state railways of Thailand. And you can see the wooden seating has been done like a coach, which is actually quite neat. Then we've got more ornaments there. We've got a massage shop. We've got an art shop here. We've got more souvenirs here. Fridge magnets at 20 baht a shot. Now we look at this art shop and you can see the guy is actually working and painting, and that is another real Hua Hin thing, to have the artist actually working as you're walking around, as you're browsing. You can see him working and you can also ask him if you want paintings commissioned, and he looks hard at work, so we'll leave him to it. And here we've got more wind chimes. We've got a ton of fridge magnets, and we've got caps as well. 50 baht a shot. Pretty sure those will be made in China though, not in Hua Hin. And we've got more art going all the way down. Here we've got something that's very popular in Thailand, the fish foot spa. And you stick your feet in here and the fish nibble away and clean all the dead skin of your feet. Here we can see 15 minutes, 100 baht, 30 minutes, 150 baht. Here we have Prayut, a recent Prime Minister of Thailand, and here we have Gan, who's a famous celebrity in Thailand. And you can get football caps, and you can get a Liverpool cap here, and that is going to be pretty popular in Thailand. Hello, nice to meet you.
Hi, what's up? I like to get into pictures.
So before I finish with these two markets, with Patio Oldtown, with Chatsila, I'm just going to take you down and show you the third market here, because Hua Hin Night Market is just down at the end of this market. Literally, we're walking out of Chatsila and we're walking in to Hua Hin Night Market, which looks super busy with people. And this is Friday night and it looks busy. And you can see all the night market going on, and a guy on the end here who is frying up cashew nuts. So I'm making a whole video on Hua Hin Night Market. So if you want to see that, just stay tuned. That is coming up in the next week or two. I try to hit my way through all the night markets in Hua Hin because they're all worth a look. But I'm going to stay out of there. I'm going to head back in here and just finish off. And as I always say at this point in my video, thanks for watching. Really appreciate it. If you like my video, please hit the like button for me. I really appreciate that too. And for loads more content like this, loads more night markets, all the Hua Hin big markets, all around Thailand. I've done a lot and all sorts of things off the beaten track, things you should look out for, things a bit different, things a bit left field. Please subscribe. But for now, I'm done. See you next time.